Hi everybody, it is Tuesday night and I thought I would just check in with everybody. I hope that you had a wonderful long weekend with the Martin Luther King Day holiday, and most of you don't have classes on Tuesday. Some of you may have worked. But anyway, it's time to get back down to business. So I'm thinking maybe some of you wonder where I am since we started school a couple weeks ago and I haven't actually checked in. You've got some videos and stuff for me in your assignments, but this is what's been going on. So all of you hopefully have watched the initial video that I asked everybody to watch about getting yourself organized so that you can succeed in an online class. The reality of the first couple of weeks of an online class, and actually sometimes up to the first 6 weeks, but this class is doing great, is that I spend most of my time trying to get everybody adjusted, get people used to the Canvas environment, help you learn how to upload stuff, hunt you down if you didn't show up yet, because as I pointed out in the little video, a lot of people think that an online class is kind of like an independent study. Anyway, I'm really happy to report that there are only, hang on a minute, let me check. I haven't looked today, but I looked the other day. Let me just look really quick here. There are still 2 of you. Unfortunately, I will not shame you in this video, but there are still 2 of you who have not signed yourself into a cohort group. But considering the size of the class, I actually consider the fact that everybody else has to be a victory. Sometimes, as I said, it takes me up to 6 weeks. If it happens that way, then what I end up having to do is to push deadlines the first couple of weeks so that people who are still getting adjusted can get their work done and not be penalized for the new environment. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so let me just tell you what's going on. Everybody, whether they figured it all out right away or are now just getting it figured out, has until Wednesday to go back in and finish anything that you haven't finished and to catch up with the first 2 modules. And the reason why I say Wednesday is because, as you know, most of the time your assignment is going to tell you to get the questions that I ask for the module answered by a point of time in the weekend, and then I give you until the following Wednesday to come back and read your other classmates' work and engage in conversation. So for Module 2 and Module 1, if you're just still getting adjusted, everybody has until Wednesday to get caught up. By this Wednesday, which is tomorrow, everybody should have done everything that they were supposed to do for Modules 1 and 2. And so after that, the deadlines will start being the deadlines again. So hopefully everybody's all caught up. I want to make sure that if anybody has any questions, that you remember that you can put them on the discussion board. If you know the answer to somebody's question, please feel free to get there. Sometimes I don't get there as fast as somebody needs to know, and if you're there before me. Also, if you go to that question and answer discussion board, if you haven't already, you'll see there's a little subscribe button. It's handy to subscribe to that because then you will see the questions that other people ask. If we were all together in a classroom and somebody had a question and then I answered it, everybody in the class would have the benefit of that question and the information that I gave. In an online class, it feels like people are asking questions one at a time. And so you may not hear, if you just email me the question, everybody else won't hear the answer. So that's why I put that discussion board that's Q&A and ask you that if it's something that you think other people might also need to know, that you put your questions there. But of course, somebody else in the class might know the answer, so feel free to jump in with the answer if you have it. All right, so the last thing I want to say is because of my pushing the deadlines and trying to get everybody else organized, I haven't started grading anything yet. But Thursday morning, I'm going to start grading, and I will grade Module 1 and Module 2 as of Thursday morning. And you guys should all be working on Module 3 already. Okay, that's it. Again, questions in the Q&A board. If they're personal or you don't want to discuss them publicly, feel free to shoot me an email. And I think you're all doing great because you're all mostly where you're supposed to be, and that's so excellent. This is really early for an online class, so good for you. See you in the classroom.